Hello you gorgeous lot, we're back in kitchen again, knocking up some grub. Right, today, bit excited for this one. We're making smash burgers, right? These are world renowned, they came from USA, little diner, and they started making them and they're delicious. So, we're just going to crack straight on and let's sort these out. Right, let's get a cook on. Right then, we've got some dry spices here, we'll go into that in a bit. Dijon mustard, Tabasco, red sauce, mayonnaise, then we've got ground minced steak, tomatoes, a little bit of butter, onions, cheese, lettuce, your salt and pepper and a couple of bread buns. Let's get started. Right, we'll get your mayonnaise. There's about 4 tablespoons here and about a tablespoon of your old red sauce, red ketchup. Bang that straight in bowl, we're not mucking around here. Dijon mustard, we've got a big teaspoonful. If you want it a bit spicier, use English mustard, but I like a bit of Dijon with this. Tabasco, good old Tabasco, we all know it. Couple of drops of that in. We're going to taste it in a bit, we don't want it too hot, but well, you can have it spicy as hell if you want on these. Are burgers for God's sake. No messing. Couple of gherkins, just slice bottom off because they're all round, and then we put them on the sides and we're going to work through this quite quick. If you slice the bottom off a round object, it's a lot safer, and we're just going to trim straight through this. We're making them little cubes, delightful little pops of flavour in the gob. Throw all that in bowl with it. Bit of salt. Smash your pepper. Let's knock all that up. That's going to make a really nice sauce. A few little buggers got away from it. Let's have a little taste and see how spicy we are. Not bad, but a little more. Come on, let's get it tingling on tongue with this. It's a burger. You can have it as hot as mild as you want it. Let's knock that in and get on to the next stage. Dry spices, right, very important. We've got pepper, salt, that's garlic, and your onion powder, all dry. Knock them together, and that's your dry seasonings for burger. You'll see how we work that in a little while. We're doing all this prep for the simple reason the burgers take a couple of minutes only, so it needs to be ready. You don't want to be messing about trying to cut a bit of salad and stuff like that. Preparation's key, so we'll get it all together. We'll work straight through this tomato, nice and steady. Put that to one side. And get some nice crisp salad. I prefer this to your watery stuff, you know, you've got to do that. We'll just sprinkle that with a bit of water and clean it off. Red onion. I like to use red onion, a bit more flavour and delicate. Let's top and tail that, as you do. Let me just sharpen this knife. It's just lost a little blade on it. Just my head. You can't work with a blunt knife, man. More dangerous to work with a blunt knife than a sharp knife in the kitchen. Sorry about this. Right, let's work through this. Get this skin off. Trying to keep this cutting down as bare as inch because you don't want to see it. Take bottom off because we're going to have nice slices, a bit safer look. Good tip for you there. Nobody wants to lose a sausage. Right, on to the actual meat itself, which I like to use steak mince. You know, you can use whatever mince you want, but it's a little bit more healthier. And it doesn't matter with this dish, you know. You don't need breadcrumbs, eggs, or any of that nonsense. Just divide it up. You can weigh it out if you want, but we're just knocking this about a bit. And we're making little foam balls. Little cubes, little balls like that. We don't want to crush them and mash them together. We want it, you know, to get them really fluffy and light. That's the main thing. If we start smashing it all together, it's just going to be like a clump of meat, and we don't want that. So we just tickle them fruit fingers like this. Go on now, lad. Beautiful. And you just work through all lot like that. But we're going to move on. Right, a little bit of butter. I'm going to show you. I'm going to use a lot of butter on this because it's a new cast iron product. I'm going to talk about cast iron in a bit.
You can use this on a frying pan. You don't need a big grill to like this. And we're just going to warm these buns up and get a nice little crust on them with that bit of butter. Take a couple of minutes this, but you know, it's preparation. Look at crust on this bad boy. That's what you want. So when you bite into it, you feel it, you know. So they're about ready. We're going to put them to one side and let's get on with... This is messy part, and you might think, by heck lad, they're putting a lot of butter on there, they're going to have a heart attack. As I said, we're not actually using this for the burgers. It's just to brown them off. I'll explain a little later why you need to do this on a brand new cast iron, because you've got to bring the seasoning and you're developing a non-stick product on cast iron, otherwise it will rust and everything will stick to it and it's pointless. So bear with me. All you need is a little knob of butter in a non-stick pan really. So we'll just knock that about. Most of that butter goes down gully anyway, as you can see. We don't use it, it's just to make it non-stick. Right? I want you to get your little balls now. It's got to be nice and hot. We're wanting to sear these, and that holds the flavour in. So put them gently apart because they're all going to smash out. Get some parchment paper or grease food paper and a spatula and something to push down on it with. Either a rolling pin. I'm going to use my meat tenderizer because I can, and just go squeeze living hell out of it. Go on bad boy for about 10 seconds. And what that does is form a crust on bottom. You're searing all that juice in. Watch. Take your stress out of you. Had a bad day. That's it. Have a bit of fun with it. I know it looks a bit messy, but we are making burgers. We're not eating in bloody a 5-star here. And you just let them roast. I am going to put another couple of burgers on in a minute. That's it. And I'll show you for why in a minute. It don't matter because me and our lad's going to nail these in a minute, so they're going straight in gob. Right, that dry seasoning, we're going to just sprinkle it on. And you think, why not add it in between? Because we don't want to mush all that meat up, that beautiful steak. We want them light. As you can see now, the cooking, what we're waiting for is the water and the juices to raise to the top. Have you seen how that is? Yeah, you can peel it off nice and easy. We don't want that, we want a crust. So I'll just flip these onions out. These are nicely caramelising, ready for burgers. Loving this, me. Go on then, baby. Can you see juices raising in them first patties I've put on? Now you can. Time to flip. Look at that. Flip. Now if I flip this one, you'll see it's not got the crust what's desired, because I've waited. I haven't waited for them juices to pop to the top. I'm only showing you this so you know. Right? On goes with cheese. Now I'm a firm believer that packet cheese, what you bang on burgers, is dead right for melting, but Mrs. C don't have none of that. She thinks it's from Space or something. So I've got to use proper cheddar. A mild cheddar. We don't want it to pop through with our nose. So we'll just put onions and burgers on top of this, and it's time to start presenting your burger and getting it ready to eat. So just get onion. I don't know why they fell apart like this. A right disaster, look. They're meant to stay as little circles, but it's hard to do this than us. So we put it all on top like that, and then we're going to try and let's get serving. Right, first things first, a couple of leaves of lettuce at bottom because they're going to protect your bottom buns. We don't want them falling to bits. Good help in a sauce. Don't scrimp it. If I see you're dropping a little bit in the middle and not getting flavour through burger, you're heading right way for a smock bottom, I'm telling you now. I want to bite into that burger and taste that sauce, it's mint. Right then, cock, here we go. Get that smash burger and bang it right there, look at that. See, not greasy or anything with all that butter, it didn't even affect it. I've done that for my purposes with pan, because I've got to get a non-stick service on it. A couple of bits of lettuce. That's it. How quick were these though? You'll never eat a takeaway burger again. It literally, once prepared, when you prepped it takes 2 minutes to knock these bad boys up. Bit of tomato. Nice thick chunky piece. It should be a bit thinner like, but we're not bothered, are we? We're not whinging or a bit of tom. There we go. Put them on top. Look at that. Now they are for winners. The beef flavour when you bite into them, get ready. I'm telling you now. They're light as hell. Let's cut in one to these bad boys. Let's have a look at this. They are messy, so don't wear your best frocks or a nice tie, I'm telling you now. You'll get a bit down belly button and chin, but we're alright. Trust me. Boom.
Well, there you go. One of the best burgers you're going to ever taste. I mean, it might not be prettiest things, but let's face it, sometimes ugliest things have a nice inside. I mean, look at me. I've got a face bleeding tired, won't take out, but I'm a pretty nice guy. Anyway, till next time, I'll see you later. Ta-da. Whoa, hold on a chuffing minute. I forgot to say, yes, it's free to like and subscribe to my channel. It just helps out. And if you want to give that bell a little tinkle, I'd really appreciate that. So until next vid, see you in a bit.